Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what could come is okay. Like Kalani is. Roger like Kalani is okay. Here where the party is. Right here where the party is. You better start a whole fire, Now I'm on fire, I need some water, I need Tyler, I need Romani, Rebecca, Serena, Selena. Let's start a whole choir, I like the way that you get you on back. You don't need no one, help you inspire, But I'ma add to you, I'ma give you some best, I'ma add to you. Put on the avenue and I ain't never seen no one bad as you. Maybe I'm serious too, they can't disrespect you, I gladly. I don't play about mine, I don't care. I'm addicted to you and it's clear. I like the way your body is. Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what could come is okay. Like Kalani is. Roger like Kalani is okay. Here where the party is. Right here where the party is. You better start a whole fire, Now I'm on fire, I need some water, I need Tyler, I need Romani, Rebecca, Serena, Selena. Let's start a whole choir, I like the way that you get you on back. You don't need no one, help you inspire, Baby, let's be a movie. Come with me, know that I'm choosy. I need you to back it up. That ain't fast enough. You know I'm man enough. And I don't play about it. You know that I'm about it. I like the way your body is. Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what could come is okay. Like Kalani is. Roger like Kalani is okay. Here where the party is. Right here where the party is. You better start a whole fire, Now I'm on fire, I need some water, I need Tyler, I need Romani, Rebecca, Serena, Selena. Let's start a whole choir, I like the way that you get you on back. You don't need no one, help you inspire,
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Timberwolves come into town for this one. Fans are making some noise here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for their Mavericks. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Kyrie going to work from the mid-range is a thing of beauty. Such a skilled offensive player.
Randle outside. Back to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. The Mavericks pull it in. Irving attacking. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
Gobert knows his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Outside Irving. Pass to Washington. Edwards with the screen. Here's Irving. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Randle with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle. And I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley.
Second team foul.
Foul number 2 for him.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Ugo Cena.
Irving looking for an opening. To the inside. Here's Washington. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
They get it back. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Good on the triple.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Gobert with the block. Left side, Edwards. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Minnesota making a switch here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. There's a screen. Down low. Here's Prosper. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Hey, there's no denying it. Kyrie is a score-first guard, but he's a better passer, and he gets credit for it.
That's to Gobert. Over in the corner, McDaniels. To the middle. Gobert, and that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
And Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Irving, good.
That is the signature of Irving. He is an incredible finisher near the basket.
A baseline J. Another shot. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 6 points.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Prosper misses. Timberwolves leading by 5. Pass to McDaniels. Conley with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
And it's Irving missing.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain. Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Now, here is Irving. He has 6. It's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
Minnesota shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Pass to McDaniels. Conley left side. Misses from close range. Dinwiddie for three. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a...
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Mavericks trailed by 6. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these swats. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
6 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie for 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Randle outside. Outside Conley. Outside Edwards.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Gobert with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. And Michael Conley good for 3. Conley's got 6.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Into the lane. Here's Randle. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. Randle's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Brown outside. Over in the corner, Marshall. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Randle. Now here's Reed. Outside Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Reed gets the bucket. And now it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And it's Exum in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Exum's got 5.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Back to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Edwards with it. The muscle from Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Irving can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 9. Edwards on the bounce. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Here's Irving. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Now the Timberwolves with it. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Pass to Washington. Poked away. Over in the corner, Marshall. Now, Washington. Dallas, no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Edwards. It's rebounded by Dallas. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Irving. That one drops for him. Irving's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Dallas.
Give Irving some room to get it off that little floating jump shot of his, and you'll regret it for sure.
To the wing right side. Right side, Edwards. Whoa, a little extra right there from Edwards.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. 11-point game. To the paint. Here's Washington. Fires from deep. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Some of the quickest hands in the NBA. Kyrie showing you that quick release there.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Inside, Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Edwards. Edwards with a tough shot.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting a rock every time.
Irving attacking. Thompson for the triple. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Exum. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. To the paint. Irving for 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves on offense, leading by 12. There's McDaniels. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the toughness McDaniels plays with is impressive. He doesn't back down from any defender inside.
And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Substitution on the court.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Outside Irving. Over in the corner, Washington. Outside Irving. The putback. Julius Randle with the rebound. It's stolen by Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? I mean, the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Timberwolves leading by 14. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Randle no good. So it's the Mavericks now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Thompson with the bucket.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
Mark, we were just talking. P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that and his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
Knocked away. Down low. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
That free throw, no good. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Pass to Gobert. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Alexander Walker with the ball. Still yet to score. Just 2 to shoot. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Mavericks trailed by 14. Here's Dinwiddie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Boy, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players. The versatility of Dinwiddie. Boy, he drives it, passes it, and he can shoulder the scoring load when you need him to.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Down by 15.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Here's Randall. Got it from 16 feet. Randall's got 9 points.
Yeah, I've been fighting my demons, huh? I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, huh? I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, huh? I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons,
Oh my God, girl, is that YBS Village? He's so fine.
Hey, Roy, they check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shorty just love you on scene, yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't treat me lightly. Oh my God, Bruce on my team. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about the amount. Be like on the shade room. YBS Quinn, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all this. We lit. Young Brian nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. I'm the young black king on the come up. They come up. And when I drop my the truck's gon' go up. Go up. If the label let me drop, I swear the industry some ops. And when I get that label money, I'm getting it for you, not as a cop. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about the amount. Be like on the shade room. YBS Quinn, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all. We lit. Young Brian nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. Okay, mama, I'm gonna do the.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That is his first foul of the game. Thompson from long range. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now, Booker, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. A nice shot by Booker.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
Pass to Duren. On the wing, Harris. The shot off that time. Suns on offense. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable, force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Duren, no good.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Outside, Beal. KD looking around. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Thompson. And stolen by Booker. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Ausar Thompson.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And, Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
And here is KD, following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham. Here's Bull. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Both teams deciding to change it up. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And here's Harris from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now Durant, following the miss by Malik Beasley from deep. Outside Hardaway. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, rising up for the throwdown. I love seeing KD finish with some power.
And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Richards, no good. Pistons trailed by 7. Beasley with a clean look. It's good from long range.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
And that's how smart Beal is. Knows how to angle his body through the contact and not let it affect the finish.
Here's Booker. That's good. And so Beal with the assist.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pistons passing it around. For 3, Harris. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They're leading by 8. From down in the low post, it goes. Booker's got 6.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Out to KD. Fires from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play.
The Suns, 21.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Here's Richards. He sinks the 11-footer. Richards got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Phoenix.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Shoots the three. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Pistons trail by 18. Over to the left wing. Howard. Second chance shot. And Stewart lays it up and in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Phoenix leading by 16. Pass to Booker. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And that's 13 points for Devin Booker.
And we see this so often from Booker because he has the green light to take any shot he wants.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 15 points for Devin Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the...
It's me and rockin' dirt, too deep. And yeah, we come in peace, don't want no drama. But when it come to defense, we got. And when they come to. They don't know low-key, yeah, I'm a roster. Paddock on my wrist, that's a bust down. All I know is get it up from uptown. That's from stuck down. Only because I'm up now. Only because I'm up now. She was with you first, but she with us now. All this LA, I take be bust down. Oh, yeah, Fugazi, let me find out. Oh, yeah, Fugazi, let me find out. Oh, yeah, Fugazi, let me find out. Nowadays, I get you lying now. Nowadays, be out of line.
We'll see the defending world champion Boston Celtics and the Portland Trail Blazers. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Here's Grant. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Rebound, Boston.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Grant. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. To the inside. Klingon.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. To the paint. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
Grant on the wing. Grant on the wing. Six on the shot clock. Back to Simons. Pass to Grant. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Now here is Holiday. Tatum with it. Now defended by Grant. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you've got size and length, so Kristaps Porzingis, the extra possession.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Trailblazers trailed by 8. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Dave, what do you have to say?
He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. And Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now Simon. After the missed three from Derek White. Avdia can't hit. 1:39 left here in the opening quarter. Brown outside. Traps in the tray. Brown's got 5 points so far.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And a new group in for the Celtics.
Checking in for the Celtics.
And Simons has it in the corner. Here's Grant. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics leading by 11. Pass to Cornette. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
Celtics passing it around. Back to Horford. Knocks it loose. Here's Hauser. Pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Misses the layup. Trailblazers trailed by 10. Here's Simon. And the slam dunk by Simon.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Kornet to the wing on the left. Brown right side. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Boston ball.
Off the inbound. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So
Celtics 17.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Trailblazers trailed by 8. Outside, Simon. And the layup falls. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Outside, Avdia. Stolen by Holiday. And here's Tatum for 3. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Tatum's got 5 points so far. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Will it go? Grant with the ball. He's picked up by White. And it's finished off by Grant as he lays it in.
Well, how about the opportunistic Jeremy Grant taking it strong on the drive? Love it.
Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Blazers ball.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. A 12-point game. Grant up top. Back to Avdia. Rebound Boston. Tatum down low. Rebounded by Kamare. Three-pointer Simon. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics leading by 12. To the middle. Holiday with it. Now defended by Grant. Here's Tatum. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Donovan Clingan. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
And finished off by Avdia.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Grant, that's good.
And how about the physicality from Grant, not allowing the close defense to keep him from his shot.
Out to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Sharp on the wing. Offensive rebound. Back to Henderson. Five on the clock. Here's Sharp. Hits the three-point bomb. Sharp's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Cornette. Tatum with it. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
That is just tremendous focus from Jason Tatum. This guy has gotten so good at walling off defenders and finishing plays.
Shooting for Boston, Jason Tatum.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Well, Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's Sharp missing. Celtics leading by 15. White wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. And Sharp has it in the corner. Misses the three. It's White on the wing. Takes a three. Doesn't go that time. It's not going to go for him. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Now Henderson hasn't made one yet. From deep, Walker drains it from beyond the arc. Walker's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Checking in for the Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis.
Right side Holiday. Here's Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. But in the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. The shot's good.
Timeout.
Tatum's got 15.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Trailblazers trail by 16. Grant gets a wide open look. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And mid-range isn't exactly Grant's go-to spot, but he takes a focused shot there and gets it to go.
Here's Tatum. He's got 15. Clock at 6. Knocks down the 3 ball. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
Back to Grant. And Tatum over to help. Grant, that's good. He's got 10.
This guy is a high percentage shooter from this particular area. Because he can elevate off the floor, it's nice and efficient.
Holiday left side. The 3 from Tatum. And the Celtics another 3.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
The wide open look here for Holiday. And it's off from three-point range. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Back to Walker. From beyond the arc. Henderson inside the three-point line. And
so we be jumping. Welcome to the party, yeah.